As you know, I'm a writer and a poet. I have been since 17. I've touched up on many different subjects, over 1,100 poems. So I decided to bring back my column that I started 4 years ago. Yes, here on Facebook. It's what I call the Triple Threat A. Ask Andy anything. Inbox me a question that's on your mind about relationship, mental illness, sex, religion, family, death, politics, or life, and I'll post the answer on my wall in notes anonymously. Just tell me the city and state, and hopefully I can be of an assistance. Anonymous, Coral Gables, Florida. Dear Andy, my mother is Puerto Rican and my dad is American. When I was younger, my mom tried to install so much of her culture in us, whether it was the music, the food, the language, customs. I was more drawn to pop music, Italian food, and American films. My Spanish wasn't the best when spoken. Even when we'd go to my aunt's and cousin's house, they would insult my mother for not teaching me how to speak properly. After my dad left, mom was torn up, but she eventually bounced back. My brothers and sisters were constantly teasing me, calling me El Blanquito. It's cool now, but sometimes in school I feel like the outsider because to the Americans I'm too Hispanic just because of my skin tone, and to the Hispanics I'm just too white acting. I don't know where I belong. I think this is an excellent topic you brought up, and I think so many people from all different nationalities from across the world can relate to it. I remember in fifth grade, I attended a Catholic school where the majority of the students were white, and to be honest, I've always considered myself American. After all, I was born here. Just like you, I just wasn't really in tune with my Latin roots. You see, my mother's Cuban and my father's Puerto Rican. Anyway, this girl came up to me and said, Yo quiero Taco Bell. And I looked at her weird, and her and this other girl kept laughing, and then looked at me like an insect. Do you even speak English? Hello? Waving her hand in my face. They kept laughing, and I just said, I probably speak better English than you. I literally left her with her mouth dropped. I grew up listening to rock music without salsa bone in my body, and no interest in speaking Spanish. And just like you, have the image of a Hispanic man with a dark skin and a dark hair. It was always a conflicted on where I stood. As I got older, I learned to appreciate my culture, the food, the music, the language, the customs, because of my grandmother and now my boyfriend. I have learned the language more, and I even write in poetry. I think it's a beautiful thing to know where you came from, embrace it, and be proud of it, because in the long run, we have that to our advantage. We speak two languages.